Hello, lovelies. This is Quinn with PTSD While Black. This has nothing to do with PTSD, but more to do with the issues of underbeing and not performing to my own worthiness. I was talking to a girlfriend on the phone today and came to the realization that I'm trying to fulfill two different roles that my teenage self, who I think dealt with one of the hardest traumas that still triggers today, um, which is the social anxiety disorder that I have. That the teenage self, there were two guys in school I was always trying to impress: the class president and the class slacker, the guy who kept getting kicked out of school and expelled. I wanted to somehow make the slacker's life better so that he wouldn't feel that he needed to do whatever to get expelled. And then I wanted the class president to just notice me, that, oh, I would be the one. So I'm recognizing that this is a program that I created when I was 14, 15 years old, and I'm still repeating it at 38. And that's kind of what PTSD does, is the expression, the experience that happened at a certain period of time, I'm repeating it. And socially, um, these two things that I see myself doing is I either overwork, I will overexert myself, I will exhaust myself, I will spend hours trying to prove my best, and then completely turn into the slacker who is underperforming. I'm not getting anything done, and I want to look like the laziest person on the street. And so there's this exertion exhaustion cycle that I do. And I realize with the two guys in school, if I'm afraid of losing the love of the slackers if I prove myself as doing too much. And I'm afraid that I'll never get noticed by the class president if I'm slacking off too much. So that was the realization just talking on the phone. But when I think of my PTSD, my social anxiety disorder, specifically around high school, happened as a result of a trauma of getting kicked out of high school for making a statement about the Columbine shooting. And that period of time has kind of marked my engagements with others. There's this fear of expressing who I really am. There's this fear of being my genuine self. There's this fear of actually connecting with people as I am. And so I feel I have to overperform or underperform. And I'm realizing that's the message that I created, the self-reliance that I had in my youth. And now this is a different time. This is a different experience now that I'm in my 30s, almost 40 next year. So when I see this, I recognize that I have to train myself to have a different kind of reaction. I have to train myself to see that, number one, I am doing this. I'm repeating this pattern. Is this the best method for me today? Where am I at this moment? And versus being my teenage self in a 39, or yeah, it'll be 39 in June, in a 38-year-old moment. Am I 15 or am I 38? And that's a very important realization for me with my social anxiety disorder that I have today. And I need to make peace with my teenage self. I need to love on her, let her know that she is great, let her know that she is awesome, that she is capable, and that she really doesn't need the approval of either of those guys, and that she's got the world in her hands. There are amazing people that do want to hang out with someone who is a bit rebellious and who is a bit geeky and nerdy and an overachiever. Imagine that. Till next time, peace.